like echo.
Oh, that's good to know. The Kiersey book was stupid. I forgot about that guy. That's what's up.
Who's stupid?
This blanky person said that the Kiersey book was stupid.
Yeah, apparently I'm going to read 2 crappy books.
This book's gonna be super, super good.
The book you're finding, Eric?
The book that I'm making right now.
Oh, the
You
book
guys
you're
got-
making.
If you guys want to toss in any ideas like Neptune did, she saw the correction. Like, if you got any ideas you want to toss in, throw them at me. I'll stick one here. Let's see.
I know I'm still going to be studying this stuff in like a few years. I'm excited to know, like, just how better of an understanding I'll have. I'm like, even by next year or something.
My goal is to abandon all sense of identity in a few years and just like not explore it anymore. But I have to get it out of my system, I think.
Yeah.
But I probably won't actually do that.
Doesn't really work like that.
Yeah.
That's cool, Carolyn. I went on a marriage retreat when I was still with my ex, and they had done, along with the 5 love languages, we also took a personality test, but they never explained the personality test. They just wanted us to fill it out, and it gave us 4 letters, and that was it. And I was like, okay. So I just didn't even think about it. Didn't do anything with it.
What were your 4 letters?
INTP. It was. I think me and my ex were the same, but I don't think it was necessarily accurate. But I don't know. I was hoping I'd still had the paper that I filled it out with, but I think I lost it somewhere.
Have you actively considered INTP at any point?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't feel like I'm like detached or intelligent enough to be an INTP.
I don't think that's a thing. I mean, like, people aren't always as articulate or something, or don't know how smart they are because they interact with people differently.
Oh, okay.
Like, I actually thought you were INTP at some point.
Oh, like when I took that tri-type test, and it was 541. I remember you mentioning something like that's usually an INTP tri-type.
Yeah, and before that, I think.
I've considered it. I'm still not really that certain about INFJ or not. So.
Do you get sick of the warm weather in California, Eric?
No, it's not that warm of late. It's warm to take this jacket off though now.
How many different models are there in socionics? So if there's a model A and they're coming out with a model G.
Well, I'm gonna replace that shit with the correct way of thinking about it. That's what I have to say about it. But of course, I always say shit like that, and nothing ever happens. So who knows?
Is that like Margie? Maybe Margie's a big fan of socionics, isn't she?
She'd probably know. Yeah, she knows things like that.
Don't people say Model G is like the worst one?
I haven't heard that. Oh, okay. Well, hi. Welcome, new person.
Hi. Oh, it's true. Thanks for this. It's true. Units of prioritization.
Yeah, I get that.
I wonder how many people are just making models just because they know like socionics might be up and coming and get really popular, and they want to make a name for themselves.
I would not down it at all.
Yeah.
Thing is, I kind of started working on a model before, and I gave it up because it wasn't correct. When I figured it out, finally, I haven't ever stepped back from it because it's so obviously correct. What I'm saying. Every time I talk to anybody about it, I can explain what's wrong with what they're saying, and what I'm saying is always consistent with itself. So my theory's almost for sure this model is better than theirs because it's more elegant.
Is it written down somewhere?
I'm doing it right now. It's very simple. The idea being that the basic problem with the cognitive functional model is we misunderstand it as being perceived in injection functions, where it's actually epistemological functions, it's action functions, and it's judging functions. And that we misunderstand, we think the T's are rational and the F's are irrational or illogical or something. But actually, it's TE and FI that are both subjective. That is to say, they determine whether or not they've succeeded. Their success metric is refer back to what they feel or think within them, not referenceable to anybody on the outside. So it makes it subjective. And then, of course, the TI and FE are both objective because it's something referenceable on the outside. So those elements right there are the most important structural things. But then the fundamental problem is the other systems aren't getting that the number one dichotomy is between metaphysical and physical, and that each function bridges in both directions. Each function bridges in one direction or the other. So that's the difference. I'm writing it all down right now, and I don't know. Like I want to make a nice book that looks nice, and people go like, "Ooh, that seems to have a lot of information in it."
And we can actually we can read it, and then when arguments come up, like say FI versus SI, like we'll know, well, I'm talking about my theory. And like, oh right, I've read your theory, so this is what I have to say about that.
And you'll remember that in the Appendix B, I presented all the opposing arguments that might come into conflict with my theory and answered them all. So if you have any of those points, please refer to the answer in Appendix B. If you have a new point, I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, I'd like for you to just go ahead and turn in your concession to defeat right now.
What's it take to get a book published? Any idea?
2 strong hands and the will of a dozen oxen.
Like, can you write some bullshit about something MBTI related and get it published?
I bet I could.
Well, anyone can.
Oh gosh.
You can put whatever shit you want in a book and sell it.
No, that's not right. Yeah, no.
Hi, Eldram.
Hey, hey. Well, believe it or not, the group project decided we had to pick an individual project to continue on. They picked mine. Surprise, surprise. Which is both good and bad, but means I'll have to do more work, but it also means that I will get to make it good. Did I mention I hate group projects?
Yay.
Also, I was laughing at myself. Being on here is probably not good for group projects because I do like Google Hangouts and video chats for them, and I feel like I'm on here, so I make jokes
This is a
that
group.
probably make my group members feel uncomfortable. It was kind of funny. But one of my members is in Sweden. That was amusing.
Have you typed all of them?
My group members?
Yeah.
No. Not ENTP would be my first. Except for maybe the one that didn't show up. You know? That could have been. I don't know. I would say at least one of them is an introvert. Yeah, based on my 30-minute conversation I just had with them.